Hi everybody and welcome back to Tales of Wanderlust. I'm Cass. Sadly, there is no Jasper or Napoleon. So because of that, if you want to go on a super fast tour of Sequoia National Park, then stay tuned. So the question is, why am I doing a super fast trip of one of the national parks I've been wanting to see for a really long time? The reason is, when I looked up online last night, most of the Sequoia groves look to be hiking distance in. Jasper can't go on any of those hiking trails, so I can't bring him along because he can't sit in the truck while I go on a hike because it is a pretty warm day. It's about 70 degrees. So I am leaving him here in the RV with Napoleon at this campground I am staying at, which is about half an hour outside of the national park. It's a really beautiful campground. I highly recommend it. It doesn't have the best reviews online, and I don't know why. I actually think it's gorgeous. The sites are pretty tight, but I have a small RV, so that doesn't bug me. This is where the truck camper would be nice because then Jasper could actually come with me. The whole camper would come with me. And then in the parking lots of the different hiking trails, he could stay in the RV with the fan going, stay nice and cool. I could go do the hike and then come back and do the paved trails with him. But instead, with having the towable trailer, he's got to stay behind here, and I really don't like leaving him alone for that long. So why am I doing a super fast one and not just coming back with the truck camper? Well, I'm here, so may as well see it. And there was a really large wildfire here near the park last year. You can look online, you can see where they actually wrapped some of the sequoias in, it looks like aluminum foil, to try to protect them from the fire. So to be completely honest, I want to see a giant sequoia before they burn down, if that's ever going to happen. So into the park we go. Normally my rule of thumb is to leave early for national parks, and this is the reason why. I am not even a mile from the entrance to Sequoia, and there's at least 30 minutes worth of traffic, and it is an almost completely stopped line. If you're visiting national parks, I recommend going early. Last year in Glacier, I actually pulled in around 6:30 a.m., which is really crazy. Woo! Do you see it? There is the entry gate up ahead. So it is now 12:25, but we finally made it. How are ya? If I had time to only see one grove, which one should I do? Okay, awesome. Will do, thank you. Oh, they got caves. Someday I'll come back and spend more time here. Okay, King Sherman. General Sherman? For main Sherman tree. Winter parking for Sherman tree. Cool, okay. We're heading up to the General Sherman tree, which is what he recommended. And there are a ton of hiking trails around there. We'll see where it is. Oh, there's so much hiking here. I definitely want to come back and spend more time. If this parking lot doesn't work out, I'm just gonna head back to the site. It is absolute chaos in here. I just spent 20 minutes driving around the giant forest museum parking lot, and this line of cars, which is back to back the entire way, is literally just driving in a circle because I've seen 2 cars leave total, and there's probably 100 cars in line. So there's no way you're getting a parking space. Parking is limited, I think, from looking at the map, just because it's winter time and there's snow, but the crowds are also less, so I can't even imagine what this is like in the summer. After not being able to find a parking spot at either of the parking lots, I turned around and started heading back towards the camper. That was chaos. So, it's funny, I haven't been to national parks in a while, and I forgot how absolutely insane it is. So I was able to find a spot to fit the truck in one of the pullouts. So I do have to walk up the road a little bit, but I'm here. I'm gonna go check out the giant forest, and I'm gonna miss everything else because the parking and everything is insane. If I come back, I am going to do one of the 5:30 or 6 a.m. entrances into the park so I can try to avoid all of this chaos. Some national parks are huge and there is so much parking, like Yellowstone. So even if you go midday, yeah, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be busy, you're probably gonna have to wait for a parking spot, but you usually end up finding one. I've even done Yellowstone in the afternoon. It was a Tuesday afternoon, but it was in the summer with the trailer and I was okay. I am learning Sequoia National Park, at least in the wintertime, has extremely limited parking. So if you're gonna show up in the winter, definitely come early. Worked out that I didn't bring Jasper as this trail is not dog friendly. Remember those micro spikes that I forgot to bring along? Would have been super helpful here too. So I parked down here and now I'm over here. They're so incredible. Frequent fire is actually common in a good sequoia habitat, as their cones need fire to open up and drop new seeds. Healthy fire also clears away competing plants and creates open dirt for the seeds to fall into and take root. Sequoia's thick bark also has little sap or pitch in it, making it not very flammable, while the high branches hold foliage above most fires as well. When the tree is scarred by fire, new wood grows from either side around the scar area. These trees are incredible. At first going through that hike, you see one, it's amazing. Then you see a few more, you're like, okay, they're big trees, I get it. And then it was interesting reading everything. But it's like, all right, you see one big tree, you see them all, right? But those were the baby sequoias. When you get to the end of the trail, you find the huge ones. And there's actually two that are growing together, and you can go inside of them, which is just filled with burn marks. It's insane. It's incredible. It really is. So whenever I go to a national park for the first time especially, you can never do everything in one visit. There's so much to do in national parks. So what do I want to do when I come back? I'm going to come back in the summer when all the hiking trails and all the roads are open, and I want to go on one of the really long hikes, and I want to get away from everybody, and I want to enjoy these massive beauties in the silence of a really long hiking trail. I just can't imagine what hiking through the woods with trees like that would be like. There's something amazing about national parks that even on the craziest of days, they always turn out pretty amazing. All right, let's go back and find a Jasper because this short trip has turned into a much longer than expected trip. It is 3:30, so hopefully I will be back to the RV around 4:30 or 5 so I can take Jasper for a walk before the sun goes down and get some dinner. You gotta stand. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's my puppies. It's my puppies. Oh, it was a long day. Oh.